I'm red and green. You know, I was built in the area. I played all my junior games with Zetland under Neil Lewis and Tony Kelso. I'm a Zetland boy, and I'm a South man. Yes.
Now, do you remember your debut?
I certainly do. Debut was against Canterbury. Actually, Phil Blake showed up late to training and got dropped. So George pulled me up, and I wore number 17. And we played Canterbury. I ducked under 3 swinging arms from Andrew Farrer. I'll never forget. And my old mate Chunky Lyons put me in to score a try on the left-hand corner. He took it to the left and he said, "Come with me." And he popped it back over and I scored. But, you know, maybe, you know, like my dream was just to play for South. Just to, if I made first grade for South, that'll do me. I had no dreams, or I didn't think I was going to go on and play rep games and play for Australia and stuff like that, which is unbelievable. But, you know, my dream was just from Zetland, from an Urco boy, just to play first grade for South. And that's all I wanted to do. From Erskineville, Newtown, went to Erskineville Public, Newtown High. Played all my junior football with the best junior club in the world, Zetland. First started playing, my first coach ever, Neil Lewis, who I'll never forget. Just grew up around there. Footy, none of us really liked school, but we had great people at Zetland, and I just come up through there, and the dream you play for Zetland. Then if you play Harold Matts or SG Ball, that's all a bonus. But no, just come up through Erskineville, very proud of where I come from. The 4 players that played for Australia were Brett Mullins, Terry Hill, Jim Sedaris, and Jim Dimmy. We had great Peter Trevitt went on and played. Nick Ziski went on and played first grade. We had a lot of players. Paul Israel. We played the Broncos in reserve grade at the football stadium, and I think we had 6 or 7 Zetland players from the under 16s or 17s on the field.
My earliest memories of you, Tez, I'd be playing for Botany in the grand final, right? And
yes,
and I'd see this Zetland team running around, and there was this big halfback who was just running around carving them all up. And so, yes, there was 4 internationals and all these champions, but there was one bloke who just stood out like, you know what?
Back in 93, my first State of Origin game. And I'm throwing cans on the field. I think it was Bobby Lidner's farewell game, and I was sitting next to a bloke called Brad Mackay, and it was about 20 minutes left on the clock, and I looked at him and said, "Hope you go on before me." And I got on, and it just went so fast. And, you know, then I just learned. I used to train hard. I used to love to train and everything. And then once I got into State of Origin and that, you look at some of the other players like Laurie Daly, Ricky Stewart, all those great players, you see the way they train, you got to take it to another level. At that time, Gordon was the main man in their team, and we had a lot of young blokes come into the New South Wales team, and I was a senior player. And, you know, and Gordon was the big bully, and, you know, I think he put the fear across. And so what I took upon myself is like stand up to him. So our younger blokes could get confident. He's a good friend of mine now, and he's a great bloke, Gordon Tallis. Bobby Jimman was touch and get out of it. I started at South. I played in grand finals, State of Origins, played for Australia. There's no better conditioner and a bloke to get you fit for footy than Bobby Jimman. I do a lot of breeding of the greyhounds, and I won the Adelaide Cup last year with the dog I bred called Golden Knight. I had another champion dog called El Gallo. He won 7 Group 1s. But me first one to kick me off was a dog called Placard. I dabble a little bit here and there in the horses, but I'm really the dog man. I love the dog. The old man will be at the pub, because back them days, and then he'd come home and say, "Who wants to go to the dogs?" And we always either went to the trots or the dogs. And now I've got a great passion away from rugby league greyhound. I love dearly. Everywhere we went with the dog, people donated money, and all the players that come onto the show, they used to get $500. $500, they donated that. We used to go around the tracks all around New South Wales and Queensland, and they'd pay anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 to $15,000 to have the dog come to there. In 18 months, we had raised $250,000 for the Children's Hospital. We all have the funny side of it, and we had the gold jacket, and we had George Bajana with no teeth. Great fun, but it was all for a great cause. There's one guy I want to mention, which is all know real well. He was very, very close to me. He was like a second father. And that's the guy called Chucky Jones. He was very, very good to me, John Jones, when I was younger and stuff like that. What can you say more about Henry Morris? It was better in the World Cup to play with Jim Dimmick, my best mate. We played on the Kangaroo Tour. I was in the second side, so we played every fortnight. And we played, I think it was Halifax. Halifax. And I hadn't seen him for that long. And then I ran into Steve Sims. He was coaching over there. I've got a great business. It's not named after Tugger Coleman, but it's called Coleman's Fresh. I'm with two great partners in George K. Roos and a guy called Tony Doria. We serve Woolworths, mainly tomatoes and cucumbers. I got involved. We've been running for about 22 years now. So when I was playing, I got involved into it. We own our own farms, tomatoes, cucumbers. We do sweet potato, all the eastern border. We serve all of Melbourne. We serve all of New South Wales and Queensland. It's been the best thing. And I'm on early starts, which you get used to. As soon as I finished footy, I went straight into the market. I got into the market, got stuck into it, and that's my life, and I love it.